In order to create the letters of the alphabet and to facilitate ease of illustration, what you can do is X this box, which I'm going to do now, from corner to corner, and create a frame within that box. Now here you fake it. There's no law. You put a dot on a portion of that X, and that dot represents the beginning of a frame illustration. By frame, I mean from that dot toward the vanishing point. Where it touches the X, stop. Then head it for the opposite vanishing point. Where it touches the X, stop the line. And then head for the right-hand vanishing point. Then you head it for the left vanishing point, and you get this frame. Now you create a little perspective square in the midsection. In other words, that square goes to the vanishing point. And then you head that right through. You'll see what this is about in a very short time. I'm heading that little square for the vanishing point to visualize all kinds of shapes and forms. Now this is somewhat similar to the electronic clocks that you see today. They have all these lines in them, and by illuminating particular lines, they get different numbers or letters. So to get the letter A, you would use all of this. To get the letter E, you would use the two ends. You would eliminate this business and just trace the letter E. For the letter A, this is all square lettering. You would run it to the vanishing point and eliminate the bottom system, the bottom perspective. So you get the letter A. Here you see the letter A. The reason we use a great deal of repetition is so that you'll tend to remember this procedure. Again, this is a drawing of a box in a vertical position in which we're about to start putting lettering into the face of the box, as shown in the next illustration. Here you see the Xing of the box, in which you draw a line from corner to corner. The next phase would be putting a dot on some point on the X. That's up to you where you put that dot. You put the dot here, then you go vertical. And when you hit the X, you head for the vanishing point. When you hit the X on the bottom, you head for the vanishing point. Of course, I take this information of this far corner straight down through the box, so I know where to head this, which is left out, and then we pull away from the vanishing point. So you get the letter C, in which one side is shaded to help emphasize the solidity of the letter C. This is the preparation of a box in a vertical position, and we're about to draw lettering on the face side of the box. Okay, this is how we face the major portion of the box with the letter S by utilizing the cross and drawing a side view in perspective of the letter S. Of course, the next drawing will show the depth added to this. This is a drawing of the S with the extended systems on it, so it looks more like a solid object. You will notice that there are 3 lines headed for the vanishing point in all directions. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you always check to see if you've got 3 lines headed for the vanishing point. This illustration shows shading on the face side of the S to help emphasize the solidity. Again, we're emphasizing the same procedure, the drawing of the box in the vertical position. The next addition is to X the box from corner to corner. Following that procedure, we then draw the face of the letter A, followed by the solidification by heading toward the vanishing point so that the lettering comes out like a block letter. This is a letter A drawn on the face of the block. Then we head this toward the vanishing point, and you'll notice that this is headed for the distant vanishing point. There are only two vanishing points, on the left and right, and all lines go to the vanishing point. Just make sure you've double-checked that. In order to find where to cut off this line, you head this corner in the forward direction toward the vanishing point, and that tells you where to cut it off.
Thank you.
This is shaded on the face side to help emphasize the solidity of the drawing. This is the same procedure used to draw the letter M on the face surface. We then X the box. Following that, we draw 3 vertical lines, and this might be the letter M. Of course, we then follow that by heading the base of those lines toward the vanishing point. We utilize this corner and head it toward the vanishing point. That tells you where to cut off each extension headed for the vanishing point. In order to draw the legs of a table or the block letters, remember there are always 3 lines. 1, corner line, 2, 3. All these lines are comprised of 3 lines. So if you don't find 3 lines in your drawing, there is an error.